Hey, menacing listeners and thinkers and doers. Actually, you know what? If you're a menacing doer, I don't know if we can be associated with you. Because...
Yeah, how does that... What is that...
I don't know.
Okay.
I kind of feel like that'd be a throwback to our anti-hero episode.
Anti-hero. Gritty anti-hero.
So, anyways, it's another week of some menacing thoughts, some menacing topics, possibly some movie reviews. I'm kidding.
John and I did see a couple.
Of course you did. Thanks for the invite. But let's get business out of the way.
Okay.
All right. You
Yeah.
can listen to the podcast on platforms across the world. Mm-hmm. Make sure you, one of them is Spotify. You can go there, rate, review the show. iTunes, you can also rate and review the show there. But we're on, what is it, YouTube Music and all the other platforms that hold podcasts. So make sure you give us a look, a follow, like 2 clicks. That's all we're asking for. 2 clicks, and also join in on some of the crazy thoughts that Russ and I might have. Well, and John, if he ever has a crazy thought, you can find those on Facebook, Menacing Podcast, or on Twitter/X or X/Twitter, however you want to do it, at Menacing Podcast. You can also email us your thoughts and prayers at menacingpodcast@gmail.com. Also, real quick, just in case, if you're looking for that home, that warm place, that abode that you need to get away from the craziness of the world while you listen to Russ and I soothe you to sleep, make sure you get a hold of Hatowski Real Estate. Mike and Renee will be there to help you find what you need. So make sure you get a hold of them. They'll get you into something nice and cozy so you can grab your drink, sit down, and enjoy the show. All right, let's get into it.
You did that with 0 prompts. I'm impressed. That's the first time.
Yeah.
First time.
And there's a little look behind the scenes. No cue cards this time.
I'm just very impressed.
Yeah, I had to study them for hours, so thanks.
So nice work.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice work
thank
indeed.
you.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of emails, the show got an email, which is kind of funny because if you look at the email, or we'll get to it in just a second, but when you read through the email, you'll see why it's funny. Why? I might have to explain it though, so it's no longer a joke.
Probably. I'm a little slow.
So we got this email from a listener. It says, it's been a while since I've been able to email. Apparently where they live, the hamster died, so they had to replace the hamster.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
The turning wheel, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have the funeral for the hamster.
Exactly.
Send the hamster. Most likely the common burial for a hamster is at sea.
Yes.
Like a Viking
warrior.
Yep,
you have to light it ablaze.
Yep, and it can be a little tricky if you gotta get the right arc for the
small
flaming
craft.
Arrow. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's not that
needle
big.
in a haystack sort of thing.
Yeah.
You got to hit it.
A lot of arrows, I hear, are lost for the hamster.
Oh, absolutely. But it's a lot easier to actually, instead of using a body of water to release it, an oil slick. And then you have no problem getting that sucker to go up.
Just once.
Yep.
Just one arrow.
Saves the trees or something.
Yeah, it does. Listener continues on by saying, enjoying the show as always.
You're darn right. That goes without saying, but we will say it.
Now, this listener hits me up right here. It says, Brent, calls me right out.
Right out, yeah.
I, too, like paper. And at first, I was curious on if I talked about a grocery store asking for paper or plastic.
Which paper is the superior bag, though, as well?
Okay.
Do you have a preference there?
Actually, I really don't. I actually got paper the other day.
That's more woman's work, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. It's not mine. Whatever. If I had my way, the listener continues, if I had my way, computers would be secondary. Oh.
So we're talking like a stationary pad of paper to jot down notes on.
Yeah, with ink or pencil. So, what are your thoughts on landline versus cell phones?
Oh wow.
talking my don't tease me with a good time. This is going to be fun. We're going to get to that in just a second.
Okay. I can't wait.
Continues on. Personally, I'd rather have landline, hard corded.
Hard corded or hard wired. I think that's what they must have just led the terrible typing.
Yeah. Not the cordless kind. Also, I'd rather have our computer connected via Ethernet, not wireless, but that's my opinion. So,
lot to unpack there, Brent.
Yes.
I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this.
So,
okay.
Definitely landline.
Why?
Definitely landline.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
It's
Do you have a landline right now?
No, I don't. I'm very close to getting one because my kids. But I like the landline because then I don't have the umbilical cord of everybody being able to reach me whenever they want. If I could just leave my cell phone at home or not have a cell phone and you call me and you get my answering machine, if you don't leave a message, well, then I'm not calling you back. But I like the landline. Now, the cord versus cordless.
The wireless kind of the
I really don't I like both.
It's a lot easier to, lay on your bed and kicking your feet up and down talking to your girlfriends.
Yes.
When you've got no cord.
Right.
But the cord really isn't a hindrance to that, of course.
No, because you can twirl the cord in your finger
Exactly.
and giggle. Oh my goodness, you're so silly.
Now, see, you bring up a really good point there. The cord does come in handy for other reasons as well. Yes.
And if the person, not saying that I ever did this, so Mom, if you're listening, I will deny this to the day that I die.
Oh yeah, okay.
But if you're getting bored on the phone call and the cord is long enough, you got a little jump rope.
Oh, yes.
So,
yep.
Just saying, don't miss, because if you trip yourself, that's going to sound ridiculous to the other person on the... Sorry, I sneezed. Drop the phone. Down the steps. It was a long way down before I got the landing, okay?
Yep. But the landlines, the hardcore, they're even going away in businesses. My business is trying to get rid of them completely. For my job, it is a lot easier to have the corded phone because I can't, at my desk, I have terrible cell service. Yeah. So this is a lot easier for the nature of my job, which I do have to make phone calls.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't work at a call center. As you can tell, no accent. But it just makes it a lot easier when I have to contact certain people to get something done.
So the Jehovah's Witnesses are doing their mission.
Yeah, we do.
Missionary.
Well,
have you
COVID,
heard about the Lord Jesus? Yeah. Click. Okay.
But not like the real Lord Jesus, our Lord Jesus. That sort of thing.
I'm doing you the courtesy of a call first.
Yes.
We'll be out to your house later.
So now that you've answered, we've got you down for a home visit. Yeah, they're really growing. The Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah,
really growing.
There you go.
It's a great organization.
Yeah, well, I heard that your employee of the month, you had the most calls.
Yep.
Least hang-ups.
Least curse words thrown my way.
There you go. You must be really following that script.
I really do. I stick to it.
Yeah.
I'm a company guy.
There you go. Yeah, you are. You're working your way up.
Yep, exactly.
On your way to the east side, I heard. So
yes, there are some people at my company though don't have phones at all. They use Microsoft Teams now.
What in the world is that?
Microsoft. You don't know what Microsoft Teams is?
No. Do you know what I do for a job?
Yeah, I do, and I know who you are as a person. So
actually, I should have led with, "Do you know who I am?"
Yeah, that would have been.
And that would have been
taken away any question. You have to get an injection in your arm first.
Yeah,
that Bill Gates.
Microsoft
himself. He comes out and he does it himself.
Can read your thoughts then.
Yes. No, it's just like it's a online messaging app. A desktop app for you can instant message or call, video call.
AOL. Okay.
Yeah, it is. We got rid of that silly AOL, that old school technology. We have
waiting for that door to open of your one favorite character.
I forgot about the doors.
They're on, and you click. Oh my goodness! I don't know what I'm gonna type. And right when you're about to type something, your Ethernet goes off.
Oh yeah, your dial-up.
Yep.
Disconnects.
Somebody called.
Yep. Oh yeah, you got the call coming through.
So I think that kind of leads into the next thing, Ethernet or dial-up or wireless. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't.
Well,
actually, both of them kind of stink.
Actually, I mean, truthfully, you're gonna get the best connection hardwired. That's just how it works.
Right.
But wireless is just as fine. If you're a gamer, though, right? And you're talking about getting your PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
If you were so inclined to go on and play a little Call of Duty with your pals, you would want that.
Oh yeah.
Hardwired in. You would want the Ethernet connection.
Just right clicked in.
Yeah. If unless you have, I mean, there's routers that can do Wi-Fi just fine, but you're going to have the most reliable connection through Ethernet, versus Wi-Fi. Now, of course, there are those people who believe, Wi-Fi
rules everything. Huh?
has powers to mess with you.
Oh, okay. So it's like a spirit in your what's going on here?
Yeah, emanating forth from the router is radiation that's permeating your body and causing illnesses. Yeah, that's why
I'm always glowing.
Fantastic. That is why
I
just
sit
thought it
next
was
to
your
my
cheery disposition, but it's
most people do
the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I sit right next to that Wi-Fi hub, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm
That-
getting it.
It's not possible for Wi-Fi to do that, but some people do have that theory in their heads,
All right,
and they stick to it.
but what about fiber network or the fiber cable? Fiber
optic?
Yes, thank you.
That's
Is that
that's the
ether?
same thing as because I mean you do it the same way as every other ether. You huff it from a bag.
I'm connected.
But you are connected to a lot of things, and it is a very strong connection. A little too strong, some might say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the same as if you had cable internet.
Okay.
It's just a different form of cable that gives you faster internet.
Ooh, fancier. I
Yep,
hear.
fancier. Yep, more reliable.
All right. Well, there you go.
I don't have fiber because they give it to the hillbillies out in the country who. They're not the people. Why? Know your audience. The hillbillies are out there for a reason.
know your audience.
My sister gets fiber.
Nice.
I live in civilization.
Whoa.
In the suburbs.
In the suburbs.
And this is how we get treated. It's a sham. America is a sham. You know what?
She doesn't even use.
She doesn't even understand it. Like she just uses it for like the basic of things.
Okay.
And it's like you don't even know the power you have. And here I am, closer to civilization, and I get crap.
Well, maybe you should move out to the boons.
That's
too much work.
What am I going to do out there? Try to clear a plot of land to build a house on? Like,
what is
this? The pioneer?
I'm just saying.
Most likely going to be killed by the pox or a bear.
Just saying, you don't like people.
Well, it's true. It's kind of that catch-22.
Yeah, like you could go out there, have some peace and quiet.
But I can, in my neighborhood, I can adequately ignore people and live in civilization. I've got the best of both worlds, except for the crappy internet.
Oh yeah. Maybe you should ask your sister. You guys can swap. She can have the Wi-Fi out there. And you'll just take her fiber optics.
Well, this just shows how uneducated you are. You made an oopsie.
Okay.
You can still have Wi-Fi with fiber optic. Chortle, guffaw, you fool.
I guess so. Well, that's my stance right there. Like, I hope I answer the.
Did we even
the queries?
Yes. Well, I don't think you can say that, but not really something to call listeners. But I mean, you're going to get the best connection with the Ethernet plugged in.
Yeah.
Hardwired in versus, but you're going to get fine with Wi-Fi, no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're a flat earther who believes that the Wi-Fi is going to get you.
Speaking of flat Earth.
Oh, okay. Didn't mean to bring it up, but
yeah. Well, you did. So
I did.
Now you
very
have
clearly.
Now you have to deal with the consequences.
I will reap what I sow.
Man up. Be the OG.
Okay.
We talked about this.
That's true. Yes. Put on my OG pants.
Yes. What? Old guests?
Old guests, yes. I found them. A guest left them here. They're mine now.
Yeah. It's like Old Navy, but it's guests.
Yes.
It's the old guests.
Oh, old guests, yes. Instead of the... Yeah,
Just guests.
Do they even make guests anymore?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Because I feel like all guests then would be old.
Yeah.
I think you mean I had an old guest stay at my house, and he left his trousers, I guess, is what an old person would call them.
Did you look at the eclipse?
Yeah, I actually traveled to the adequate state of Indiana. I was just say the great state of Indiana, but that'd be a lie.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, I had a...
Yeah, you had a little... What was that?
Sorry, that was just a little cough.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, gotcha.
Drinking like John.
It's weird we had to pay a pence to get across the bridge. That was weird. I didn't even know there was a moat around Indiana now. But, I traveled to go and see... I went to the Path of Totality. For the...
Fancy.
Eclipse. At least that's what I told my small group, so I could skip it. So I have to kind of... The lie kind of stuck now. I traveled down. We were going to go to Newcastle, Indiana, which was the prime spot to see it in Indiana there.
Right next to White Castle.
Yes. White Castle is technically now the old castle. Kind of like Old Guess.
Yeah. Oh, man.
This is actually Newcastle, and then you have Black Castle. And then
White Castle?
White Castle, yeah. So it's kind of a different... This layout there. It gets confusing.
Yeah.
So we were going to go down there, but we weren't a lot of construction and a lot of traffic. So we weren't able to make it that far. So we ended in Marion, Indiana.
So you're still in Indiana.
Bustling city of Indiana.
Yeah.
Marion, Indiana.
The town folk came out.
Yes. There were people with southern accents.
There's people with southern accents in Michigan.
I don't hear them, though.
Oh, I hear them.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. It took me by surprise, because I was like, how far south did we go? I think we overshot.
You're like, babe, would you drink me with?
Actually, my wife didn't want to go.
Oh, okay.
So it was me and my buddy.
She had alone time.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
She went to work.
Oh, well. Still don't blame her.
I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't, because...
It's tough to do that when you're not.
So did you have a cool pair of sunglasses?
Yeah, I had those, which I didn't know how much they block out until my buddy was like, "Oh, take a look out the window and see if it's starting to the eclipse is starting."
Sure.
So I'm trying to find the sun for directly above us. I'm like, I can't do this.
But it's the bright orange thing in the sky.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You were.
I was looking down.
Yeah.
That is not.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
It's up. Shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, because I stared at the bright orange thing when the other thing was going in front of it, so that might have not been good. But yeah, so I put these glasses on, and you can't see anything but the sun.
Yeah.
That's all you can see. If you look around you, nothing. So, I mean, I was driving at the time. I don't know why he didn't just put the glasses on and look, but I
didn't see the brake lights in front
of him. They're not as bright as the sun. So, so it was very cool. Got to see had 2 full minutes of having it totally covered, which you can actually look at it then.
Okay.
Without the glasses.
All right.
And they got some cool pictures because it was in the Path of Totality. It got pitch black around us. I mean, it's like, except for all of the lights came on.
Oh,
because all the lights are stupid and didn't realize it wasn't night. You idiots!
It's dark.
Wait a second. This doesn't. I better turn on. It's my job. So yeah. Aside from that, it was and it got cold.
Oh, that's okay.
It was kind of creepy because the shadows look weird. There's kind of this gray haze all around you. Everything just looks creepy.
I'm in a thriller video.
Which there were people in cemeteries on the way down. There were a lot of people down there, by the way. You pass any green space, people were there.
Oh, okay.
Ready for the eclipse.
Sheep to the slaughter.
Yeah. What was there? What was going to happen?
Don't worry about it.
There was a little worried now.
There wasn't a sacrifice.
Guy there kept asking my blood type. There was actually.
Oh, what?
I'm positive it's not O. But there was some police and even fire presence where we were at.
Well, hopefully there was the fire department if there's fire presence.
No, it was just somebody had lit a fire.
Lit it up, huh?
That was the police didn't do anything. Like, we're not firemen.
Yeah. Breaker, good buddy. We got a fire.
That's not my job.
Yeah, it's not my job.
It's somebody else's
I could
job.
shoot at it. I could tase it.
Yeah,
maybe mace it, but other than that,
well, that's what they ended up doing. They shot it and then they planted a gun on it, so that, that looked like there was. And we all corroborated. This story. I don't know. The fire pulled out a gun.
Yeah, it's right there.
See it on the ground there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my kids looked at it, and so did I. I used the glasses. They all used the glasses.
Kids didn't use the glasses. They just
toughen up your eyes. Get out there.
It's exactly how I feel you would handle that. Makes a man out of you.
Well, my wife was there, so yeah, they wore the glasses.
Yes, okay.
I would have been like, quickly glance up. You see it? Good. Let's go. Gosh.
Which we got like 93% coverage.
My kids were really bummed because they were like, it's not dark.
Yeah, you're not going to get that.
It's pretty dark. It's the middle of the day, and it looks like there's a very heavy cloud cover. And then they're like, the moon doesn't cover up the entire sun. Oh, for the love. The sun is much bigger than the moon. Even if the moon was directly in front of it, you're still going to see a ring around the moon because the sun is.
I was going to say, yeah, when even with the full coverage, the moon went in front, and you still had this just beautiful ring. And you could, in a picture I have, you can kind of see some of the solar flares. Around
those are
it.
angels.
Are they? Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
okay,
like Michael, I think.
Just doing his thing
Gabriel.
on the sun.
Yeah,
that's okay.
They're a little spot. I don't want to be boasting my biblical knowledge, but
yes, I'll have to reread some sections there to find out about the angel spa.
Yeah,
the heavenly spa.
Yeah.
So you did watch it.
Yeah,
and. Obviously wasn't as cool as the experience I had.
But
actually, I do. In all honesty, though,
I stayed home.
In all honesty, it was something at first where I was like, go see an eclipse, all right. But actually getting to experience the total coverage and take the road trip, it was awesome, and I'm glad I did it.
Well, I brought that up just to go, haha. Explain that, flat earthers, but you took that a whole different direction. So,
stupid flat earthers. Explain that.
Of course, they probably will.
Well, they'd be like,
well, because the axle that it's on, it's eventually going to cross paths.
Yes, of course.
No.
That's
good try.
Good,
but yeah,
good attempt.
Yeah, I actually told my kids after it all went down, and I was like, and that's why the Earth isn't flat. And they kind of looked at me perplexed, and I was like, I'll explain that later.
This is a good cover for the fact that you're a flat earther, as we know from our listeners.
Yeah. Well, that was. I know that we have a couple new listeners, but a few years ago, I wanted somebody to come on to the podcast as a guest.
Thank you for making this very serious and explaining it.
Yeah. Who is a flat earther, and I wanted to debate.
Brent is a flat earther.
Yeah, and it turned into me being a flat earther. So I guess I'm a flat earther.
That's the thing at least.
Yeah. I mean, haven't you seen the flat globe on Air Force One? I mean, come on. Or the flat Earth on the UN flag. I mean, it's right in front of us.
I think it was flat because
no, it's
somebody
flat.
Sat on it.
It was flat. It's flat.
Somebody leaned up against the side and. That's oh boy! Oops.
Do you think the president will notice that I just flattened the Earth?
Just buff it out. That's the answer to everything.
But yeah, it's so funny because I'm like, a flag isn't 3D, right? So they have to.
Oh, you know what? Though the first state or country,
sure,
or person to create the 3D flag.
Oh, it won't ever wave though. I feel like.
Well, it's not necessarily true.
I said I feel like it wouldn't ever wave because if it's 3D, you're gonna have to get thicker material than cloth.
Yeah, what would you have to use? Like a burlap? That maybe something like that.
Burlap.
A burlap.
Maybe I don't know.
Potato
Canvas.
sack.
A potato
A canvas.
sack.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
What did they draft the Constitution on?
Like cow skin. It was some type
That
of.
might be too thick. It might be too thick there. That's
What they draft the Constitution?
that. I thought you would know.
It was probably a slave's back. They were like, "Hey, can you just bend over real quick? We need something to write on."
They tattooed it.
Yeah.
The first tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
crap, guys! We used the Sharpies.
Whoops a daisy.
Thomas. As in Jefferson.
Yeah, I
It's
know
a
who you.
period.
I know who you meant. Jeez.
He was a founding father. It
was an Irish
drafted
slave,
an Irish slave?
Yes.
I didn't know they were.
Oh yeah.
Oh, somebody had to farm the potatoes.
I got this burlap sack you could use to write on. Now just bend over.
Yeah, we'll use your back.
O'Callahan, just bend over.
Okay. Yeah.
And there goes our one Irish listener.
I think they did let him sign it at least, though.
Yeah.
He did have to put
it's
underneath
very
it
fine print.
paper. I was the paper. We do actually. I think we do have some listeners. No, we have them. Well, from the United. No, Ireland's not part of the United Kingdom. Northern Ireland is.
Yeah.
We got Australia covered.
Sure.
Check. Italy. Check.
All right.
Sweden.
Sure.
Check. We've expanded
IKEA.
into Poland and Canada.
All right.
So how about that?
Oh,
Eh?
how about?
We
Yeah.
have free health care, eh?
There we go.
So
I think Sweden does too.
free to subjective.
Wait.
You know, yeah.
You're free to wait.
You're free to pencil you in eventually.
Yeah. We'll get you there. I'm having a heart
covered.
attack. How's next year at 3 for your appointment? No, I'm having a heart attack right now.
Oh, okay. How about next year at 5?
Sure, that works.
Just any particular date? No.
Just at
We'll call you.
Yeah, don't call us. We'll call you.
We'll call you.
Yeah,
We'll have our people call your people, eh?
sounds like a mechanic. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Yeah, we'll call you.
Is my car done? Will you please? Well, the more you call, takes away the time. No.
That's the classic.
No. You're the receptionist. You're not in there working on my vehicle. Why? Where's the mechanic?
Are you allowed? Is a receptionist the proper
Sure.
term for them? I don't know.
I
I don't think anybody's a receptionist because I think they're all
Associates.
executive assistants or
whatever,
associates.
whatever.
Paralegals.
Sure. I don't care. You take the
Clerks.
phone calls and the notes. You're just a glorified receptionist.
Oh, okay. Well, there goes part of our listening audience.
Yeah. Russ is kind of bummed because that's what he is. I make phone calls all day. Oh, you call people back?
Yes.
Hey, your car's ready.
Yes, I take that, jot down messages. We had to change the blinker fluid, and that's going to cost you an extra $1,000.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
Sorry about that.
We had to import it.
Yeah, we had to. It doesn't
From Indonesia.
It's not natural,
Yeah.
native to the blinker fluid tree is not native to America in general.
Right. We have to tap that tree, and it takes a lot. It comes out neon yellow. It's weird. So.
Yeah, it's very interesting stuff there, and you have to have different trees, which are not. You have to be crossbred to get the
you
red.
can't- Yeah.
You combine the yellow and the other one that creates red. Red's a primary color, so that's
Yeah.
you don't cross those anything to make that.
No, you do not.
But this is a tree world. It's different,
Yeah.
completely
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
That's you have to combine yellow.
Neither
and
here
red.
nor there.
Yeah, this is we're talking science.
Yeah.
Here.
Don't test us on our science.
What did you just say?
No. Yeah, but
Science?
that was for a different a different era.
That different era. Okay,
Yeah.
we're moving on to a different
Oh
era
my
there.
goodness.
Bullet dodged.
Yes. I couldn't take it.
I think, by the way, speaking of that, we're talking about Dr. Fauci now because we mentioned science, so he's got to be brought up into it. I think because I was curious where he went after retirement. I think he took a job at, that pet food Hills Science diet.
Oh, yeah, because it's science.
And when they talk about science did that.
Yeah.
And I just feel like he's writing the slogans over there now.
He's writing the jingles and the slogans.
I love your dog. Science did that. Your dog's obese because you feed it too much. Science did that.
It's like yeah. I've seen that commercial, and I just get a crack out of it. I'm like, oh no, science actually says that dogs eat other animals because they're predators.
Science did that.
Here's your kibbles. Science. Okay.
I feed my dog kibble, but with real bits of lamb.
Oh, fancy! Do you go out and chop up the lamb, or how?
No,
does
but I
that
do
work?
partake in the food with him. Of
Oh
course.
yeah, I mean, he white
myself a bowl. It looks tasty.
Yeah,
lamb's not cheap. Also,
no. Yeah. So your dog eats better than you?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
Most pets, I think, do.
Yeah,
eat
absolutely.
better than the owners,
especially those people who buy their dog like the farmers.
Oh yeah,
only.com dog food.
Where it's like wet and it actually looks like
then you have to keep it in the refrigerator, in the refrigerated section.
Yeah, your friends come over. Hey, can I grab something to eat? Yeah, shelf 1 through 5 is dog food.
Don't get into that.
Bottom 2 is human.
It looks like a stew, though. That dog. It looks. You feel like you could put that in a pot and heat it up. Maybe you got a stew going.
Well, I guess we're all eating tonight.
That's right. Dinner is served.
Remind me never to come over to one of your dinner parties.
You should not ever.
Lamb. Oh no.
Uh-oh. I know.
Uh-oh.
I know where this is from.
Baby, you just said lamb. Spit it out.
We need to leave.
We're going now.
We are going.
We can't. Never again.
Yes, actually, with I used when I had fish.
Yeah,
people would sometimes feed their fish the flakes.
Yeah,
I had fish that didn't like the flakes, so I fed them. It was like frozen cubed bloodworms.
Oh my goodness!
You just drop them in there. It's really cool to watch though, because it starts to unfreeze and fall apart, and it's just like a feeding frenzy, like on the Nature Channel.
Did you have piranhas?
Yeah, well, I had a shark out back. I had to release it into the wild because I couldn't take care of it anymore.
Release the shark!
The shark!
It only survived about 3 minutes in Lake Michigan.
As a bull shark, it may have survived longer. They can survive in fresh water. Maybe salmon shark cannot, though. I don't know if you're familiar with salmon shark.
No.
Very cool shark. I'd look him up. We are at the end of the podcast.
On that note, you're welcome, ladies and gentlemen, with that
shark.
That we shoved that bit of knowledge right into your brain.
Science.
Yes. We planted that seed. We're basically farmers.
It's not a difficult profession, from what I understand.
Yes. So I think we're doing a show for this Friday.
We are. We'll have another one coming up later this week.
So, hey, we hope you enjoyed it. Remember, hit up all the platforms, rate, review the show, send us your thoughts at menacingpodcast@gmail.com. Hit us up on Facebook, Menacing Podcast, or on X at Menacing Podcast. Let's hear from you, and it'll be interesting. And just a side note, if you're gonna try to be a smarty pants to smarty pants, you're gonna be outsmarted. So
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Until Friday.